This is the Klarus HM5 headlamp, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. Upon unboxing, you'll find the headlamp itself, along with a removable 3.9 volt 1900 mAh rechargeable battery, a C-type charging cable, and the manual. The HM5 is made of plastic, is IPX6 water resistant, has an impact rating of 1 meter, and weighs just under 4 ounces or just over 100 grams with the rechargeable battery on board. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now just in case I leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. During my runtime test in the 800 lumen turbo mode, the HM5 reached a max thermal output of 149 degrees Fahrenheit or 65 degrees Celsius after about 10 minutes of use, and it ran at that output for about 30 seconds before stepping down to a lower lumen output, and then it ran at that lower lumen output for about an hour or so before it started to slowly ramp down to lower lumen outputs again and again, and then it became completely depleted after a total runtime of 7 hours and 34 minutes of light, 4 hours of which were actually usable. Moving along to my recharge time test, the HM5 took just 2 hours and 1 minute to fully recharge from completely depleted using my Anker 65 watt PD charger. Now let's take a brief tour of the modes and general operations of the Klarus HM5. Alright guys, here's the Klarus headlamp. Flips out like this. You have your wire that goes all the way over here to the side, and you have a C-type charging port here at the top, and you have a C-type to go into the connector for the head right here. You can also put a battery pack on this, so if you had a external battery pack, you could plug that C-type port in there and charge, not charge, but utilize it until the battery became completely depleted. This also pops open like so, and it has a rechargeable battery that comes with, and then in here you can put 3 AAAs if you run out of power with this while you're out on the go, or you could swap out another rechargeable because the rechargeable actually has the highest output and it lasts pretty long. And so that's what that looks like. You also have an indicator light here that will light up while this is charging. And this is pretty simple operation. All you have to do to turn it on is press either of these buttons at the top. There's 2 buttons to choose from. One is for your auxiliary, and you'll be able to press it once and then cycle through. And then of course, if you hold it down, it's going to go to the red mode. If you hold it down again, it will make it a brighter red mode. If you hold it down again, it turns that light off. Press this one, this primary one right here. It's going to turn the light on, and then you're going to be able to turn it off if you leave it on for like 3 seconds or more. So you turn it on, and then you're going to have to cycle through, and it goes from like the highest output, medium, and then low, and then off again. And then if you turn the light on, double click that button, you're going to be able to have that 800 lumen output. You can also jump right into the red, and if you double click, it'll bring you over to the SOS mode, and then double click again, it brings you over to the beacon. And that beacon is timed out really far. See, there you go again, that's the beacon. It's pretty simple operation, guys. So if you wanted to do a lockout, all you have to do is hold the 2 buttons down at the same time. The light will flash red a couple times, and now you're locked out, so you don't have to worry about if you threw this in your backpack, you're good to go. You just hold it down again, both of the buttons, and it will take you out of that lockout mode. It'll blink once to let you know you're out of the lockout mode. So very simple operation. Let's take this bad boy outside and see what it looks like in the dark. Klarus HM5 has a max beam distance of 103 meters or 338 feet in the 800 lumen turbo mode. It also has a max candela of 2480 CD and utilizes 2 LEDs in cool white coming in at about 5500K or 6000K, and it also has 1 red LED. Alright guys, we are outside with the Klarus HM5. We're going to throw this into the low 40 lumen spot mode. And this is 40 hours of use. We're 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us. And as you can see, that is relatively bright. You can actually see everything around you with no problem whatsoever. Now we're going to jump on over to the 400 lumen high mode. That's 3.5 hours runtime, and you guys can see everything. It's super bright. This goes all the way out into the yard there. You can actually see the tree line from where I'm standing. That's about 100 feet away. Now we're going to jump over to the 200 lumen medium mode, and that is going to be 20 hours runtime. And of course, now we're going to jump over to the low spot, which is 40 lumens, and that's a 40-hour runtime. And as you can see, that is extremely bright for 40 lumens for 40 hours. You're going to be able to see your path pretty well with that. Of course, you can also double tap, and that's going to bring you right over to the turbo mode. That's 800 lumens. That's only going to run for about 30 seconds for you. But as you can see, it lights up the entire yard there. You can see all the way out, and that's about 100 feet from where I'm standing on the porch right there. You guys can see that tree line. That's awesome. Now we're going to jump over to the flood mode. This is the low flood mode. And of course, we're going to jump over to the medium flood mode, and then over to the high flood mode. As you can see, it lights up the entire porch. Now, if you hold down the auxiliary mode, it's going to jump into that 5 lumen red mode for 30-hour runtime there. And then if you hold it down again, it's going to go over to the unspecified high red mode. It doesn't actually say in the manual what the output or runtime is for the high red, but as you can see, it lights up the porch pretty well, and you can see everything in front of you. Around a 10-foot maximum radius would be what I would say that this is usable for. And now we're going to move it along to the SOS mode. That's 100 lumens, 48-hour runtime there. And of course, we can bring it over to the beacon mode, 150 lumens, 100-hour runtime there. And you can see it is very spaced out in the timing for those blips there. So that's kind of obnoxious a little bit. I realized after recording this that hearing the stomping in the snow is probably going to drive people crazy. So what I'm going to do is we're in the 800 lumen mode right now. It's going to step down in a second here, as you can see on the screen. And now we're dropping down to the 400 lumen mode. That's 3.5 hour runtime. 400 lumens. Look at this, guys. You can see actually everything that's in front of me pretty well at 400 lumens. I got a little bit of a light. It's only a 10 lumen light on my backpack as I'm walking. And you guys can see 400 lumens does a pretty decent job. 3.5 hour runtime on that 400 lumens. You're going to be able to see everything that's in front of you. And speaking of seeing everything that's in front of you, right here, my backpack that I'm wearing is the Alpaca Metro. That, guys, is pretty awesome. This is an amazing little backpack. It's something that's going to be lightweight. You're going to be able to carry all your EDC gear in it on the go, and it doesn't stand out too much. It's got that nice gray man effect to it, and that's why I love this new backpack. I'm going to do a review on in the future. If you guys are interested, leave a comment down below.
Pretty nice.
So we're still at that 400 lumen output here. And guys, I must say, I'm actually pretty impressed being able to have this at a 400 lumen output for 3.5 hours for such a lightweight little headlamp. You could see all the way up into the trees here, and you could see all the way out in front of you here, and it looks nice. It's a good little spot.
I'm going to turn the light off on the camera so you guys can actually see what I'm seeing now, because I don't want you guys to be deceived by the amount of brightness. But this is on the high mode right now, and that's basically what we're seeing in the woods here. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn the headlamp off so you can see how dark it actually is back here. It's pitch black, and now I'm going to throw it in the turbo. And that's what the turbo is going to look like. 800 lumens. It's doing its trick. It's doing the job it's supposed to be doing. But yeah, guys, this is pretty bright. This is doing the job it's supposed to be doing. Oh, that tree is going to come down pretty soon, huh? It's already broken. That is one good wind away from just snapping. But yeah, if you have to inspect property or go in the woods, this is definitely not a bad light to have with you. And it lasts a very long time. It's already stepped down, so this is out of turbo now, and it's in the high mode, but you're going to get a good runtime, about 4 hours or so right out of this. So if you're going for a walk or a hike, that's more than enough light to light up your path for an extended period of time.
Now for my pros and cons. First, the pros. The HM5 is versatile in that it can be powered by multiple power sources, such as the included rechargeable battery, or 3 AAA batteries, or a battery bank or power bank of some type directly plugged into the C-type charging port. It also is bright enough to light your path for a reasonable amount of time. Now for my cons. The back plate of the headlamp where the LEDs are placed got insanely hot during testing, and you could actually burn yourself on that, so I don't like that feature in itself. They should have put some kind of heat sink on the back there to dissipate quickly. I mean, but I guess that's the most simple design they could possibly come up with to keep it lightweight at the same time. But yeah, if you had to grab that and pull that off of your head, you'd probably burn your finger. The UI itself was okay. It wasn't something that I was used to, so it was a little kind of clunky to click through. But those were really my only cons. Otherwise, it worked well and it did exactly what a headlamp should do. So if you're looking for a reliable, extremely bright and long-lasting headlamp for hiking or camping, then the Klarus HM5 is a decent option for you. With that being said, the HM5 retails for just $49.95 on the Klarus website, and it comes with a 2-year free from defects warranty for the headlamp and a 1-year warranty for the battery itself. You can also pick one up on sale right now for just $39.95. I'll leave a link down in the description. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.
Hey there, thank you for watching. You can pat this cat.